the CEO put the birth control pills in his mouth and then feed it to the girl with a kiss. The girl found the pill bitter, but the CEO said she could only experience pain with him and asked if she wanted to continue. The reason the girl was still willing to continue was because she felt deeply indebted to the CEO. It turned out that 3 years ago, the girl had falsely testified in court, claiming the CEO had hit someone with his car. At that moment, the CEO felt utterly heartbroken, never expecting that the girl he loved would falsely accuse him of being the driver for her own gain. They had been together on the night of the accident, and what was once a tender memory had become a tragic farewell. When the judge asked the CEO if he had any objections to the girl's accusation, tears streamed down his face, but he said nothing. 3 years passed in the blink of an eye, and the CEO rebuilt his empire, becoming a business leader once again. He simply replied that he had an unavenged grudge fueling him, but what the CEO didn't know was that the girl had no other choice back then. Her brother was the one who had hit someone with the car, and her father and stepmother threatened her mother's life, forcing her to frame the CEO as the driver, or else they would make her lose her mother forever. 3 years later, the girl and the CEO unexpectedly met again, but the love they once had was gone. The girl worked part-time at a bar to raise money for her daughter's medical bills, and the CEO happened to catch her there. Knowing she was allergic to cola, he pulled out a large amount of cash and forced her to drink it, offering her $10,000 for every glass she drank. Thinking of the money her daughter still needed for treatment, she drank glass after glass of cola, ignoring the allergic reaction that began to set in. The CEO's friends believed she had falsely accused him for money, and in anger, they threw a stack of bills at her, telling her to get lost. But the CEO stomped on the money with his foot, intending to humiliate her in front of everyone, because he had spent those 3 years in prison, barely surviving each day, all thanks to her. Yet even today's humiliation was far from enough to make up for it, and he vowed to settle the score with her later, before telling her to get out. After returning home, the girl immediately took allergy medication, but was deeply saddened by the CEO's recent humiliation. Suddenly, she heard her daughter's cry. Her daughter said she was in pain all over, and the girl quickly picked her up and rushed to the hospital, but no driver was willing to take her there. Just then, the CEO's car drove by. The driver saw the mother and daughter seeking help, and asked the CEO if they should give them a ride, but the CEO refused, because his 3 years in prison had left him devoid of compassion.